I want to go ahead and say first, shout out to everybody who is using SXOS still. Yo, if you use an SXOS still, you are a true hard representative of Team Executor. That is hands down. Right now, at this day and age, on October 24th, 2021, if you are still using SXOS on your Nintendo Switch, trust me, you are a Team Executor representative. Now, I must say so myself. I have SXOS on my Nintendo Switch along with Atmosphere. I have it dual booted. So I'm not a fool, just SXOS, man. I don't mess with Atmosphere, man. Pow, pow, pow. Pow, here we go. Off the top rope. I'm not like that. Okay, I'm really not like that. But what I will say is that through this whole journey, okay, I have been there. I was there through the beginning, man. I was there when, it all first came out. I remember it was not that long ago. I think 5 years ago, the Nintendo Switch was announced. I don't want to say released, but it was announced. I think it was released 4 years ago. So when the Nintendo Switch was released, a lot of people were getting it. For me, I got the Nintendo Switch simply because I knew I could hack it using SXOS by Team Executor. Now, I remember this like yesterday. It almost brings a tear to my eye. I was sitting there and I was like, yo, I love modifying systems. I love modifying games. I've done it to all these different systems. What system is left in my path? And here comes Team Executor with SXOS. Beautiful. I said beautiful. They come with this way to modify Nintendo Switch. And they said, guess what you can do, Nick? You can play backups of your games. I said, oh, hallelujah. Now, notice I'm saying backups, and you guys probably know how I really feel, okay? And what a lot of people were really doing. But when I heard that, I said, yo, Team Executor does it again. Yo, I remember they did it on the Xbox 360. Yo, Team Executor ain't no joke. I went nuts. Shotgun shots. I was going crazy. If you go look back at my first video, I remember my first video that I put out talking about the Nintendo Switch and Team Executor. At that time, a lot of people don't know, I was turned down by Team Executor to do interviews previously. Okay, I was turned down by Team Executor to review the product. There was a time I didn't even get a response back for Team Executor. Okay, there was a time because I was reaching out to Team Executor since back in Xbox 360. But you know what? I understood. Maybe I'm just a small fry here. Okay, Team Executor doesn't care. They're modifying systems. They're out here getting it, man. They want to talk to somebody who's going to move progress forward in the community, and you ain't doing nothing but trying to just leech off of it, right? So I guess that's how they take it. So years later, and next thing you know, Team Executor comes out with SXOS. I buy a Nintendo Switch. I'm using it. Everything's nice and dandy. And then next thing you know, Justice Department comes in and they lock all the shit up. And y'all know how the story goes, right? So there have been no updates for Team Executor since I don't know when. I don't even remember the last version that Team Executor had that was, I know I'm using it, but I don't even know it because we haven't. Let's go even further. Team Executor website. Has anybody been there? I haven't even tried to go there. Okay? Haven't even tried. Team-executor.com. Welcome to NGINX. If you see this page, the NGINX web server is successfully installed. Somebody's purchased it, somebody has it, but there's nothing there. We don't have nothing there. So there's no Team Executor website, right? Let's see. Let's do the SX. Let's do the activation website, sx.executor.com. Guess what? Welcome to NGINX.com. Same thing. Both these pages are down. So guess what happens? People start looking for the boot.dat files. SXOS 3.1.0. I remember. Guys, I got a video. That's why I thought about the video. So SXOS 3.1.0. People go looking for this version. They go wherever to find it. And they come to videos or forums or different posts. But the website is down. So I remember asking Alchemy Gaming. Those who don't remember, shout out Alchemy Gaming. Let me drop a bomb for my man Alchemy Gaming. Yo, Alchemy, I don't know where you at. This is to you, Alchemy. Yo, cheers to you, Alchemy. I got a little bit of Patron left. Y'all see I'm sweating. I got the hoodie gang on. What am I doing? But I'm on one. Okay, hold on. Woo! I don't know what I was thinking doing that. So, shout out to Alchemy Gaming. There was many times where Alchemy Gaming was trying to do an interview with me, and I was just too busy. And there was times that I was trying to do an interview with Alchemy Gaming. Alchemy was too busy. So we never really got linked up for an interview, which was unfortunate. There were a lot of other members that I've reached out to who did not want to do interviews, but did give their piece to me. Notice that I have not talked a lot about Team Executor or different news. And the reason being is because, you know, I've distanced myself from it, but I love the news, man. I love the smoke. So when I distanced myself from it, I forgot about it. I tried to forget about Alchemy Gaming, you know, forget about everybody else. I'm actually one of those that I used to be faithfully in a Team Executor Discord, kind of out of there, trying to stay, you know, focusing on, you know, moving on forward. I guess they're trying to stay under the radar. I'm with you. So I'm not even trying to bring them up. But when this came up, I said, yo, let me do some little more research. Let me see what's going on here. So there was an interview done. Okay. And I want to also give shout out to the person who did the interview. So I will pull up different places that I seen the interview, but there was a text interview done with Alchemy Gaming where they stated they never posted these questions and these answers by Alchemy Gaming. The reason being that they posted it is because there was a lot of misinformation out there that they believe should be corrected. Now, for me, I believe, hey, it don't even matter what anybody think. It's over. You know, we got the latest version of SXOS. If you can still get it to work with your Nintendo Switch, then hey, we're fine. You can move forward. You can still have XCI loading, and bam. I mean, what else is needed, right? That's to me. But it seems like a lot of people are still interested in this story. Okay, it's just so much involved into it. So I want to go ahead and pull this up here, and we're going to talk about what Alchemy Gaming and this individual actually had an interview about. Now, I want you guys to know I have not read through this. Okay, and believe it or not, as much as you know, I'm into the whole, you know, Team Executor, what happened, and Max Lorne, and you know, I try to forget it. I tried to let it pass. I'm already on punishment. Y'all know that. I got how many days left? I got under 30 days left of punishment. I'm off. All because my thirsty ass wanted to play a Battlefield League. And I understand EA slapped my ass. And ever since then, I said, EA, I am so sorry, you greedy bastards. I would never do that again. I haven't done it. So I've been good. So I'm trying to remain good. All right. So let's go ahead and pull this up. And I want to go ahead and pull this up directly from the GBA Temp article. There was also, I want to say, in the Facebook group. Now, I'm going to pull it up from the Facebook group because my people from Facebook, right? I got to represent y'all. Shout out to my folks from Facebook. Shout out to my folks from YouTube, too. Like, I can't forget y'all. Shout out to my folks from Twitch, too. I can't forget y'all. Shout out to my folks from TikTok. Shout out to my folks from Twitter. Like, I can go all day, but shout out everybody, right? So let's pull it up and go ahead and read this here. I actually don't want to pull up the Facebook one because I'm friends with the individual and I don't know if they want their name being shown, right? I didn't get permission. So I'm not going to do that, right? Because their name is in there. I'm actually going to pull it up from the GBA Temp article. If you guys can figure that out, figure it out on your own. But I'm not going to be the one to pull up the Facebook one. I just seen it. Their name was there. I'm not going to do that. It's, hey, much Patron as I drink, I'll never be that type of dude, right? Okay, so let's go ahead and pull it up. FYI, sort of news from Team Executor, my man, Lord Elon, okay, and they posted it, and they even put the dude's name, so fuck it, I can't hide you no more. So I don't have any connection to this, so don't even try to ask me anything about it. It's just I saw this post in a Facebook group by a person called Robert Instincts and wanted to share it in case anybody is interested. So now that we did that, Robert, you know what? I'm gonna just leave it like this because it's the same thing. It's no point in me going through all that. Nothing really new, and no, there won't be an SXOS update in the near future, if ever. However, here's the complete Facebook post. And see, that's first of all, nothing really new, and no. So I want everybody to know that if you're listening right now and you're expecting, oh, you know, SXOS, I'm gonna get the latest news. It's probably not gonna be much for you. Okay, we ain't gonna get it. We ain't gonna get it. I'm just gonna go ahead and shut you down. I haven't even read it. So let me read through it with you. Let me stop front. Here we go. I'm gonna expand it right here. A few months ago, I did an interview kind of thing with Alchemy. At the time, I was interested in getting some insight on the situation. And when it was all said and done, I decided not to publish, even though I got his permission to do so. So Alchemy told him to post this. He still didn't post it, right? Things have progressed since doing this interview, and I am sure, but this was the current state of affairs at the time of speaking with Al. Do with it as you will. All right, I have been part of the unofficial SXOS chat group on Telegram since October. Now, for those who don't know, there is an unofficial SX group on Telegram. One thing I know is that there was a lot of different fake groups as well. I'm part of all of them. I'm gonna be honest. I'm connected to all of them. I just don't have a time to look through all the groups, but I'm part of the group. Turns out Al is one of the last Team Executor official support admins, so I took the liberty to ask him a few questions that I know a lot of people have their own opinions and assume their own version of the story. Long story short, Team Executor isn't dead, but also isn't active at this time. The devs have not been arrested. Only arrests that have been made was against the head admin and the creator of the chip. A quote from Alchemy Gaming. And this is a quote from Alchemy Gaming. 2 people were arrested. One was the head support admin, which you guys probably know. He's probably talking about Gary Bowser on that one, I take it. He was extradited from Dominican Republic to the U.S., but they couldn't extradite the other guy. No developers were arrested, and the third guy on the indictment from China was never arrested to begin with. Months before that, another admin was sued after opening a shop online and selling Core Light pre-orders. Go figure. There have been other members of Team X that found out via news articles that they were getting sued for millions. So it was other members that found out they was getting sued. Al is the only head admin that managed to slip under Nintendo's suing radar. Now, I'm going to talk about that, right? Because this is something I got talked to a bunch of times, and I'm going to address. And there's going to be some people who are going to be happy that I'm addressing this. They're going to be happy I'm addressing it. You know why? Because they wanted me to address it for a very long time, and I never addressed it. And I'm finally addressing it now. So let me take a sip. A lot of people want to know, why did Alchemy Gaming never have to deal with any of the issues that everyone else had to deal from Team Executor? Even though Alchemy Gaming has been around longer than we know, even before to the Xbox 360 scene. Some people even want to say that he's not a real member of Team Executor. I've heard that. And somebody right now listening, and I know they're listening, they're probably sitting there clapping their hands like, thank God he said it. Because it's been mentioned to me a lot of times that he may not even be a member of Team Executor. But one thing I know is that I spoke to Alchemy Gaming myself. I've spoken one-on-one conversations with Alchemy Gaming, and he has explained to me that he is. There has been nothing to show me that he is not. There has been no one like you do. There's paperwork, somebody busting out and say, yo, my man's not even part of that. I have never had that happen. So there's nothing in me to think that Alchemy Gaming at least don't have some relation to Team Executor. Don't mean he had part of any illegal doings. Just means he had some relation to Team Executor. There were people even saying he had a part to do with it. Okay? Like people even said, like it was a lot of stuff I heard. And I just want to say from Alchemy Gaming, what I heard from Alchemy is specifically that I'm good, I'm laying low, I'm under the radar, I'm chilling. That was like the last I heard from Alchemy Gaming. I haven't reached out to Alchemy for the interview because he said he was laying low. I'm not going to bring attention to him. Right? But there was other people, and I just want you guys to know, and I don't want to be snitching, okay? Because I don't like to be talking too much, but I want to let people know how deep I go. There are people on Facebook that I know that have actual connections to Team Executor. I know they do, okay? I've spoke with them, and they're in the same boat of laying low under the radar. Nobody from Team Executor wants to come out about anything. So even when the Switch OLED comes up and there's a hack, you see a lot of people talking about the HW Fly clones. Well, how do we know these clones are not being, direct cores just flashed with something else? Like, we don't know. And it could go deep. These people from Team, just think about this. I want to give you guys a picture, and this is putting myself in Team Executor's shoes. And this makes me understand and relate a little better to not just shit on, because, a lot of people just shit on Team Executor to go, oh, guys, you specific code that was illegal. You stole code. You did this. So, a lot of stuff they get. But one thing I know for certain, when you're dealing with money and product and you got a lot of product left over and people start going to jail and you can't sell that product, you will find very creative ways to sell that product. Believe me, you will find very creative ways. You can sell that product. You can sell it as detergent. You know what I mean? As long as you put it in a certain way. Hey, you just drop this in your washer. But really, in the fine print, people know what it is. So there's very creative ways to get this chip out. So there's this chip still selling all over. Like, people are finding it, it disappears. They find it, it disappears. But HW Fly chips cost more than SX cores. How does that happen? How does that happen? Talk to me. How does the clone chip get charged more than the original? Is it because there's not that many? I would say I'm holding on to my chip dearly. I don't know. I might get an OLED. I might want to modify my OLED. I do not know yet, but I still have my chip. I have actually 2 chips, I believe. Okay. I have a core and a light. And I may use them. I don't know. But I have them. But what's funny is, guess what? If I wanted to activate it right now, where do I activate it? It's kind of the problem. So let's go ahead and get back to reading what Alchemy Gaming said, right? What does this all mean for SXOS? As no devs and software developers have been arrested, Team Executor is not dead. The only problem developers are having now is the financials. When they get that sorted, there's a high chance that they will be getting an update for SX Core in the future. We and Al cannot say when that could be. Al told me, I'm personally confident they have abandoned the project until we see the activation server go down for good. Now, the activation server go down for good, right? So let's see. Yeah. So that's what y'all see right now for the activation server. I just had to pull that up. But anyways. So now, or if we see an FBI seal when we visit the site, then we know it's over for sure. And we've been there. We visited sites where you see the FBI logo and it says the Federal Bureau of Investigation controls this website. It's over. I agree. It's done. It's finito. Shout out, to anybody who was a part of it. But as for the license and website servers that keep going offline and online, Al could tell me this. The only reason they're going down is because of DDoS attacks. They have to reset the server manually when that happens. Asked of if it was Nintendo behind the DDoS attacks, it's not Nintendo. I know who it is, but I'm not going to make them famous about it. LOL. So, my man said he know who it is. So, if anybody, y'all talking to Alchemy Gaming, Alchemy Gaming knows who it is that's shutting down the website or keeps sending DDoS attacks. How true that is, I don't know. A lot of shit is smoke and mirrors right now. But he knows. Okay, he knows. My second guess was Atmos, but he also denied that I didn't keep praying for an answer. If you want to know more about this, I'll advise me and everyone who wants to know more info to Google Team Executor DOJ, as that will give a lot of more information to insight about the problems, which I went over that. That was like so many months ago. I went over the Department of Justice article of who got locked up. It actually gives it's so many pages, 60 something pages, okay, of information of different things of what their charges were and all that crap, right? In short, Team Executor is alive and kicking, but just doing their best to stay off Nintendo's radar. Sad part, in my opinion, is that the guys have been arrested are being accused of selling the chips, which they didn't, except the person mentioned before that started his own web shop. And they are treated like actual drug criminals or whatever instead of modders and hackers. Blah, 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 blah. Right? Yeah. So, I'm going to keep it 100. Right? Because that's what I do, all right? And I got the Patron. I'm damn near done, so I'm there. My tongue's numb. I'm talking all types of shit, right? Team Executor. They need to stay off the radar. I don't think you should even be coming back to anything with Nintendo Switch in this generation. If another Nintendo Switch comes out, I say move on to the next system. Leave it alone. Do not touch it. You guys have lives. There are people. Max Lorne. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I follow Max Lorne. And some people say, oh, well, he's like, no, Max is living his life. He's living his life like he's golden. He's all over, flying all over the place, doing whatever he wants to do. Okay? That's what my man's doing. So I don't really, that's not too much news for this. It's just pretty much telling me. And this is what I didn't want from my interview. This is also why my interview, when I said with Alchemy, I wanted to press on a lot of things that people wanted to know, because what people really want to know, okay, is one, they want to know what really happened. People want to know the truth. That's what a lot of people want to know. They want to know the truth. Who was really involved? And the government, trust me, folks, government got that. They got a lot of people that they need to get. Now that those people are gone, there's customers that are saying, hey, we purchased a product from you. Don't you guys want to support your product? And these people see that this is part of a, like, I don't know if people know what RICO is, but have you ever been a part of a like a crime ring where the government can do anything? They can listen to your phone. They can just sneak in and wiretap your house. They can follow your kids. They can follow, like, they got a lot of different rights when that happens. So with these type of things, they get more and more information, and it's scary. It's dark. So I understand them staying away from it. I would stay away from it. Those couple individuals on Facebook that I spoke with told me I am staying away from it. So I cannot blame them. So shout out my man, what's his name? Richard Nza, or what's his name? I got to pull it up again. Let me pull it up. Robert Incense, or whatever it is. Robert, I see Robert actually comes to my Facebook page. So I got to shout you out, Robert. I've seen you a couple times. I've seen you in the group. You know, shout out to you. Let me give you a bomb, all that, kudos, all that. Okay, bye. Couple seconds. Now let's move on.